What's up, you sons of bitches? Terrence Popp here, Redonkulas.com, and Blake is on vacation. So I am using his steering wheel here and machine to get through this. And I also want to put out, basically, I'll be taking Thursday off of this week. But we will be, I will stream on Sunday for supporters. Now, if you are not a supporter, you're going to miss out because we're actually going to be covering, well, I'm going to be covering the next pop culture. I'll be going through a lot of the jokes. And then the supporters actually, if they have any jokes or input, they can send it to me and we'll get it all squared away. And the name of that pop culture is Sell Me Marriage. Go ahead, I dare you. Okay, let's see what we got here. And okay, let's see. No. Is that it?
That is not it.
Okay.
No. Just keep it on yourself. You wanted to go to sources?
Well, I was trying to get him.
No, he's on the phone with
Oh, he's on the phone. Hang on.
Go back to your main
All
topic.
right. Sorry.
There you go.
All right. Do I have you on the phone? Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you introduce your name? Just do your first name, not your last name.
Yeah. My name is Matthew. I've just spent about 3 years in jail without trial for a crime I didn't commit.
Okay.
I was with this girl. You know, she's an amazing girl for a while.
All right, wait, hang on right there.
Yep.
Hang on. All right. I'm just gonna fill everyone in on what's going on. All right. There has been countless stories in the media over the past 20 years about guys getting accused of crazy shit, and literally they sit and lock up for the sole purpose of wearing down the defendant's resources to defend himself. That's exactly what Wayne County is doing here in Michigan. They've done it before. All right, this is their modus operandi. All right, so if you find yourself in Wayne County and they're keeping you there fucking forever on some bullshit charges, don't ever take the plea. It's not in your best interest. All right, continue with your story. I'm sorry.
Oh, Pop, I could not have said that better myself, man. That's exactly what they're going for.
I know. We know. I know the deal. I mean, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've talked to probably hundreds of guys or thousands of guys going through divorce, hundreds of guys who've got some, screwed up accusations in divorce court. And then on occasion, they pull out the nuclear option and they accuse you of molestation. And then it is so hard to get out of that. And it's an automatic win for the woman. Am I wrong?
Oh, there's a little bit more to it. In my case, I was probably going to get into later. Is one of the few things I think I can discuss without getting in trouble. But basically, in a nutshell, was after about 10 months of just crazy, psychotic, and abusive behavior, getting hit all the time, I finally break up with this girl, and she responds by accusing me of rape. There's no physical evidence that any of this occurred. We did not even have sex during this period. And it didn't matter. They took me in, and I've been actively fighting to get a trial this whole time.
I just find it hard to not hard to believe. I mean, one of the main reasons I refuse to own any property in Wayne County or a business or do anything in Wayne County is they are corrupt up to the goddamn eyeballs. All right?
And incompetent.
I'll throw that on there too. When I was a process server, I used to have to go to Wayne County pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. And I'll tell you this right now. I would get there at 10:30, and the court was not in session. And it would go, and then literally like 11 o'clock, they would start court, stop it at noon for lunch, pick it up again at almost 2, go for another hour and a half or 2 hours, then call it a fucking day.
It is so fucking amazing to hear somebody else say that, man.
Well, it's the truth.
It is so true.
Yeah, I mean, I was, and even back then, when I was in my 20s, I was like, fuck Wayne County. There's a reason why Detroit used to be called the Paris of the West, and now it's a fucking ghost town. It is unbelievably one-sided corruption. I really don't, I really can't explain it any other way. All right, so continue with what's going on.
Yes, it is really insane, everything that has been going on with my case. I really can't discuss too much of it about what happened because my lawyers got a hold of me and all that. But there are a few things.
All right. Well, on the downside, what? Put you in jail again? Or hit you with contempt of court or something? I mean.
Well, I think they were telling me that, I don't know, they keep saying that it's going to hurt my case to bring up things.
One of the main reasons they're telling you it'll hurt your case is because they want to run your resources down and make you take a plea. All right.
You're probably correct on that.
If you are 100% innocent and you have the fucking evidence, you should, I would not be silent. That's just me. You're a different person. I got it. All right. But, like I've literally, I'm speaking to you through a vast ocean of experience in regards to this. Now, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving him legal advice per se. I'm just giving him legal avenues that he can address with his attorney or whoever those attorneys are down the road. Are you paying for your own representation, or do you not have an attorney?
I'm paying for representation. I have Gabby Silver, who's supposed to be one of the best in Detroit.
All right. Well, hang on. So you have Gabby Silver, and she's in Detroit all the time. I mean, does she work there a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, nobody's going to tell you this except me because I'm telling you the truth. But a lot of these attorneys who sit in front of the same judges, to be honest with you, you can only really trust them to 65, 70%. The way all right, hang on, let me get my thoughts straight here. The way I would address this is to get an attorney who doesn't spend a lot of time in Wayne County and who's not afraid to crack a few eggs. All right, because I can guarantee you, your attorney you have now, this is probably dragging her feet or doing something to not piss off the judge, but that doesn't fucking help you.
I know.
All right, so, all right, we're gonna.
You're not actually telling me anything that I kind of haven't suspected all.
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
You are really very dead on about everything in the Third Circuit.
I'm a fucking Green Beret. I'm receptive, bro. I mean, perceptive. I fucking know deals. I know shit. I know so much shit I can't even fucking forget any of it. All right, so continue on with your story.
I don't know if you need to go through the speedy trial part. I was thinking about heading back to the domestic violence issues.
All right, hang on. Let me ask you a few questions.
Yep.
So, how long did you know this woman before you decided to get into a relationship with her?
Not too long.
How long would that be? 90 days, 60 days?
Yeah. At the beginning, yeah.
All right, so 90 days. Now, when did you let her move into your house?
2.5 years. About 6 months in.
6 months in. All right. Well, I mean, were there any signs of craziness?
Well, I was about to get into this.
Right.
This is another major thing that I think I might have written to you about in the letters, but I feel very comfortable bringing this in because it's just as crazy. It would not in any way harm me.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend had heroin issues in her past.
Oh.
And after a year and a half together, she got back into it.
Oh my God.
And I found her one day choking on her own vomit.
Uh-huh.
I don't do it. I don't get involved in any of this shit.
I gotcha.
But they had her in a coma at St. Mary's Hospital for medically induced coma for 4 days.
Okay.
They were telling me she was either gonna die or be a vegetable.
All right.
Once she came out of that, that's when she started hitting me. All the craziness came out in spades.
All right. Yeah.
Then she overdosed 2 more times in the next few months.
Okay.
She attacked the EMTs who saved her life, and it ended up in a mental institution each time for a month.
Oh my God.
And
All right, stop
yeah,
right
this
there.
gets a
All
lot
right, hang
worse.
on. Can you get your hands on the medical records of her being committed?
Oh, you got to hear the rest of the story, man.
All right.
So there's all that, and then she also went to get heroin treatment later on in the spring. But we went in. I put a motion in to get my girl's psych history. I put it into the judge. Put in all these reasons, which are very valid. She turned it down because she doesn't think that it's relevant that in a capital rape case with no evidence that my accuser spent 2 of the last 9 months we were together in a psych institution.
You need to have your attorney put in a change of venue. I mean, 3 fucking years, and they can't you need to change a fucking venue, bro.
Oh, it gets better.
Okay.
At the preliminary exam, the same girlfriend claimed that she had been free of heroin for 3 years, that she had never gotten any treatment. So not only is it proof of mental illness, but
she's
proof
lying,
of perjury. And apparently,
yeah.
all of these things are not relevant according to my judge.
Yeah, you need to change. And if your attorney is not going to file a change of venue, which I can almost guarantee you they probably don't want to because she doesn't want to piss off the judge, get a new fucking attorney.
That's really what it is.
Get a new fucking attorney. You are not, if you can't bring in the evidence to defend yourself, get a new fucking attorney. All right, keep going. I'm getting spun up, so just keep talking, man. I'm getting really mad.
So I mean, during this period, she just gets violent for no apparent reason. I mean, she had a history of borderline personality disorder, I later learned. But every time I would call the cops on her, not so much because she was hitting me, I didn't really care about that so much, but she would eventually start trying to burn the apartment down or threatening to do other crazy shit. So I didn't really know what else to do. But every time you call, this goes hand in hand with me not showing the videos. It's like every time as a male, if you're a victim of domestic violence in this country, they always want to arrest you, even if you call them, even if you're bloodied, even if they're drunk.
Yeah, I know.
It is insane. It gets to the point where I just stop calling the police. I just flee to my friend's house every night.
All right. Now, have you contacted the police to get those incident numbers and police reports?
Yes, actually, I'm getting backups from Freedom of Information. I just didn't pick them up.
Okay.
From Plymouth.
Yeah. All right.
But, I mean, they all know about this.
All right.
But, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And, I'm told by my attorneys that if I put those videos up, they can view that as harassing my victim and throw me right back in jail, the violation of my tether, and take him down. And
okay.
But, I mean, you've seen them. They're out there. I posted a new video where I mentioned this, and I kind of go over how this is really a good analogy for what it really is like to be a victim of domestic violence here in America.
Well, you're not just a victim of domestic violence, all right?
I'm a victim of a system that committed a greater crime by covering it up as well.
They're covering it up. They're refusing to take action. Listen, you could probably file a tort in federal court for violation of your constitutional rights, i.e. speedy trial, face your prosecutor, illegal search and seizure. You can even bring in the fact that they're threatening you to keep your mouth shut or they'll throw you back in jail. That's a violation of your First Amendment. And I can almost guarantee you if you file a federal lawsuit, you will be out of that system pretty quick. They don't want to fuck with you, because especially if they can't convict you, which I don't think they can.
Well, the thing with the speedy trial one is I actually can win this one, but I have to wait until the case is either dismissed or over with to do a speedy trial in 1983. Because I actually have 2 1983 actions in the federal courts right now.
Oh, you do?
I did nothing but go to the law library the whole time I was in jail. So
okay, so you have those, and was the court served?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one in there for their lack of dental care and one for lack of medical care, and while in jail.
And you should put another one in there for, you're fucking getting locked up and you can't get a trial. I mean, you should be. Were you arraigned and charged within 72 hours?
Yes, I mean all that stuff they did right.
Okay.
But here's the thing: going into the speed trial issue, 3 years, like that's longer. I spent more time in jail than every major speedy trial case that's won in the Sixth Circuit, federal circuit that oversees Michigan and in the Midwest.
Okay.
And they have the 4 Barker factors, the length, the cause of the delay. I've done nothing to prolong this. I've been demanding a trial for so long. I started on May 2020, put in my first demand. That was right after my first trial was canceled.
Okay.
I put in like 9 more with the trial court. In October of 2021, I filed for habeas corpus with Michigan Court of Appeals. They just said no. So then I followed it up with Michigan Supreme Court, who refused to hear it. I expected that because the Michigan state courts really don't care about speedy trial.
No, and also if you're doing this pro se, they don't even give a shit.
Yeah, that's true too. They don't even want to read it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry this is happening to you, bro. I mean, so you're on house arrest. Do you get to work, or what's going on?
No, I'm not allowed to leave the house. I've been fighting to get to see a dentist and a doctor. I just got to see one a few days ago. There's no medical treatment whatsoever provided in Wayne County Jail. I went in there with all my teeth, all my hair. I've lost 4 teeth, slowly, painfully rotted out of my skull because they wouldn't do anything about them. Started to go balding in my mid 40s.
Well, yeah, that's either genetic and it's also helped by stress, which I'm sure you're under a lot of stress.
But I can't. It's hard to even get out for that. I can't work, broke, living like a bum on my friend's my friend's living room.
Wow.
And they can't. Here's another kicker. I've been trying to get these restrictions lifted, but they can't do this for me because, once again, there is no prosecutor on my case, which means, from my experience, I've had 7 trials postponed by the state.
They're running the clock on you
all the time.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is they're going to go in on Halloween, which is when they've pushed this latest one out, and they're going to tell me, "Come back in February."
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason they're doing this is they want you to take a plea.
Exactly. It's all about forcing people to take pleas. That's all Wayne County does.
I know. And
the whole system is designed to break you down so you accept whatever they give you.
Yeah, no, you can't be taking pleas, man. This is a serious one too, because you don't want to be on a registry for the rest of your life. You won't be able to work. You can't have a gun. I mean, they're going to fuck your life up 3 ways to Sunday. Okay. This woman is insane, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you have to get the medical records of her being involuntarily committed. You got to figure a way to get that into court, or you can introduce it into court if you have it in your possession. So maybe you can talk to a private eye who might know some people to get that stuff through backdoor channels. So,
well, I could have filed an interlocutory appeal, but I also don't want them to use any of this stuff as an excuse for, interfering with my speedy trial right at the same time.
Okay.
So that's been kind of a debate there. And I mean, there is a lot of other evidence in this case too that's in my favor. But you are right on this one. I just can't understand it because, I was sitting in court because this was my motion because I know this woman better than my attorneys do. And my judge, she, who obviously didn't read it, asked, "Well, everybody's on antidepressants these days. Why should I grant this? This sounds like you're hounding the victim." And she's like, she asked me point blank, she's like, "Why should I grant this?" As soon as I started to speak, she just cut into me, started cussing me out. Because nobody's allowed to speak in this woman's courtroom.
Okay, yeah.
It's crazy.
Here's another thing you could do right now is get a free... all right, I covered this in my administrative violence course.
Yep.
And you can do a Freedom of Information Act for the judge of your case and find out. You want the list of her election donors, and then you put in another Freedom of Information Act, and you ask for all of the cases that this judge has seen. All right. Once you have those two things, you scrub the lists and you see if any of the donors got preferential treatment in her courtroom. Because technically, by the law, she should recuse herself if one of the donors shows up in her courtroom. That doesn't happen that often. That is an automatic complaint. You know, you can bring up to the state of Michigan. There's they have an oversight group that looks in on judges and stuff. And you could do that in your case. Now here's another one. Once you get that list of all the cases that were before this judge, you simply contact these people, preferably the people who got bad outcomes. Ask them if they want to file a formal complaint against this judge. All right? It has to be notarized and what have you from the person making the complaint, so it can't be done anonymously. And most of the time, every judge gets like 10 to 30 of these a year. So that's not a big deal. If you can get 200 or more people to make these complaints, then that's really eye-opening. And that could further put pressure on the system to make your stuff move a little quicker. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
All right.
Totally.
I know. But,
actually, do you know the judges in the many of the judges in the Third Circuit?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, let's just say that this one has a sister who was recently kicked off the bench. So,
yeah. I figured as
very
much.
famously.
Yeah. But the thing is you can do the same thing. You can get this bitch kicked off too. You just got to have enough complaints. Do you have anyone helping you out in this regard?
No. I mean, it's like you say, it seems like, the attorneys are just too scared to push the Third Circuit on anything.
Okay. Well, you're going to need to get a different attorney that's from out of the Tri-County area that doesn't sit in front of this judge on a regular basis. Because, 3 years, the judge you have now has done fuck all for you. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. So the lawyer you have right now hasn't done fuck all for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much are you paying this attorney?
$15,000, and I don't have any cash left.
All right.
Really, so it's
you need another attorney. You need to figure something out, and you're going to have to put after this all blows over, do a formal complaint against the attorney that you have against her license. All right, because this is horseshit right here. This is they have a fiduciary duty to take care of you as the client. She's not doing that. All right, because she's probably part of the same horse shit. Doesn't want to make any waves. So I mean, you're behind the 8 ball on this one, man. And you're out of money.
Even forget what's on the videos. I mean, this stuff was withheld by the prosecutors, by the Westside Police. That's a Brady violation. I don't understand why they aren't pushing for this more. Do you have a
GoFundMe or something similar?
I haven't set up one yet.
Well, you look, bro. You need to set up a GoFundMe, and there's a couple other ones. Give, Send, Go. I know there's 2 more out there. The names escape me, but you need to set up one for each one of these platforms. Send me the links, and I will advertise this for you to get some cash for your defense fund.
Thank you, Popp, very much.
Hey, shut up. Don't thank me. I'm not in this for money. I'm here to fucking save people's lives, bro. All right, so continue with the story. Psycho, drug dealer, or junkie, overdosed several times. Okay.
Tried to set my place on fire, destroyed my apartment in Plymouth. Kept causing fights with all my neighbors.
Can you get
Yeah,
some of your neighbors to testify on your behalf?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, we do. From a number of different places. Because she's threatening to do this in front of witnesses at my new place.
Well, you need to contact all those witnesses and get a sworn affidavit from all of them.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have that? Have you done that?
Yes, my attorneys have already done that.
Okay. So you have all the affidavits. All right. She is a druggie, and you can prove that she lied in court.
Yes.
Okay. Now, an argument your attorney should be using is if she can lie in court in regards to this matter, why is she not lying about this one?
Exactly. Because, I mean, how do you prove something didn't happen?
Well, that's just it.
Hard.
They want you to take the plea because they don't have proof to prove you did it.
Exactly. That's why they keep pushing on my case.
Yep.
They know they'll lose when they go to trial.
Yep. And you need to stay strong, brother.
Oh, I definitely am, man. At this point, I've like I said, I've lost everything in my life I care about.
All right. Now, hang on. Go down the list of everything you've lost thus far.
Well, I mean, it is just like physical goods and stuff, and but
did you lose your car?
Really back. I still got one of my cars, but that's about my only asset.
All right. Have you had any cars repossessed because you can't work?
No, because I had all that paid off, thankfully.
Okay, good. Good. What about mortgages? You lose a house because you can't work?
I didn't have one yet,
but
all the money in my bank account got sifted away by various bills on auto pay crap.
Okay.
Credit's gone to shit. I had a lot of student loans, which thankfully with COVID somehow got moved off of the default list. Hoping to get some tax money back, but
I got you, bro. I got you. But oh my God. And here's the thing is, and this is a warning to everyone out there listening to this podcast. If you don't fucking think that the younger generation of today will not fucking do the same thing to you, you're out of your goddamn minds. This is an accusation from a goddamn druggie, violent, who overdosed. And this guy's had 3 years of his life siphoned away. So here's the warning. If you're going to partake in, chasing the vertical axe wound or going to the clubs or hanging out with women that are going to give you the gonad gag, you need to keep this in the back of your fucking mind because you will get fucking tuned up if you're not smart about it. All right, continue. I'm sorry. Are you there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more there is to say.
Well, okay. Let's talk about this.
Crazy thing that.
All right. So, how long were you together before she started pulling this shit?
A year and a half.
All right. So, at a year and a half, she made these accusations against you?
No, she didn't start into the domestic violence shit. We were together 2.5 years when she made the accusation.
Okay. She made
all the violence and craziness started a year and a half in.
All right. And did she give, what are her specifics? Like, where did it happen? When did it happen?
It happened at our apartment in Westland.
Okay.
She wasn't supposed to be living in there. She showed up actually to pick up her things one day, which I had packed up and left for her. She showed up drunk. I called the police again. They told me I had to evict her, even though I had only lived there for 2 days and had my name on the lease. And she had nothing, no proof of being there. But the cops started hitting on her and fucking said, we're going to make a ruling on this. You got to go through this whole eviction process with her. So it's like,
all right.
That's where I fucked up again. And I tried to be a nice guy with her shit. I should just left it in the apartment she destroyed.
Yeah. And you just walk out, take the hit. Yeah. That's another thing. Gentlemen, don't be the nice guy anymore. Because we're way beyond that now. All right, continue.
Yeah, so it ended up happening there. She had also just bailed out of a rehab before she had showed up. So she started drinking, getting wasted, shit-faced.
So wait, whoa. All right. You're saying she bailed out of rehab?
Yeah, second rehab.
Can you get those records or get a...
I requested those along with the psych records. It was all part of the same motion.
Okay. And they wouldn't do it?
But no, yeah. And she also claimed on the stand to be completely sober during this period. And I don't know if you saw that one video where she's rolling around on the ground.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I didn't put any of the videos here for this podcast is I don't want to fuck up your case, and I don't want to see you get fucked up any worse. But it was
explained to me by some people in the Third Circuit who work in there that the thing is with that the Westland Police, what I'm doing is going to cause a lot of people to lose their jobs there.
I know,
and they would like nothing better than to come and drag my ass back to jail. And I know how this county operates, so that's where a lot of the fear comes in about continuing to post this stuff. Because I mean,
all right. Well, I mean, this is what we're looking at here, bro. I'm going to tell you this right now. You have a 75% chance of having them come get you and put you back in jail to keep you quiet. All right. So my advice is to go down kicking and fucking screaming, and scream to the rafters. Now, I forwarded your emails to an attorney friend of mine. Have you had any contact with anyone else?
Nope.
Oh, motherfucker. All right. Okay, so if we have any attorneys out there, preferably in Michigan, could you please send me an email to redonkulas12@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do to see if we can get this guy some additional representation. Have you contacted the media at all?
Yes. I made a new video statement that I posted. I sent it everywhere. I haven't got much response. Nobody really seems to care, about what happens in jail here.
I got you.
Because, I mean, it's not just me. There's 120 people in there in the same situation, 3 years, 4 years. I mean, most are basically scumbags, but everybody deserves a trial.
Uh-huh. And you've had no criminal record prior to this?
I do have one felony.
Okay.
I hit a cop a couple years ago, but that's it.
Okay, well, it happens.
Well, yeah, he turned out he was in the wrong, but still.
Well, hopefully you can get that expunged here in 4 to 6 years.
Should be.
Yeah. What did you do? Did you blast him in the face? What happened?
Well, what happened was I was sleeping in the back seat of my car, and a bunch of squatties pulled up on me and told me they were going to bring me in for a DUI. And this was in the parking lot outside a bar. And I started arguing with them about how it wasn't a DUI. And one of them hit me from behind, and I started swinging. And
I got you. All right.
Ultimately, the DUI was dismissed because it wasn't a DUI. But unfortunately, the more serious charges now, I had to take a little plea on that. Because, hey, I did it.
Well, you can't. Well, I wouldn't take a plea on that either. I mean, to be honest with you, in today's day and age, fuck that.
Yeah.
All right. And
that was my first time in trouble. So
guess what?
But yeah,
everyone out there should learn from this. Never take the plea, and unless you're straight up 100% stone cold busted. They have the evidence, and they offer you a plea. Then you have to talk with the attorney and make a decision. But other stuff like that, that's insane. All right, so goddamn, this is just egregious. 3 fucking years. How long were you actually in lockup?
33 months, and then I've been out on house arrest for the last 3. So in total, it's 3 years. Majority of the time was spent on the old side of Wayne County Jail.
Have you contacted the NAACP? I know they don't work for you because you're a white guy.
I actually have, but I sent the latest video to them, letting them know that, hey, you know what, I might be white, but most of the people I'm talking about in here are black. So, it's in your best interest to look into this. So
Yeah. And
I
you
haven't heard anything back from them.
All right. Well, I can try to write some letters and grease the skids for you. But there's going to bring heat on you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing was, it wasn't that I was just in there for 3 years. I was demanding a speedy trial aggressively for
the whole time. I got you.
Yeah. And it's all documented. You know, it's, I sent.
First of all, do you have the documentation in your possession?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have the documentation. Because I've seen lots of guys think they had documentation, make a subpoena to get the evidence from the cops or what have you. Oh, we don't have anything. I don't know.
A lot of that, yeah, Wayne County loses that stuff all the time.
Absolutely correct.
I have copies of it. Plus, every time I went to a higher court, I had to notify them.
Why?
So it's, I mean, we're in the feds here. I followed the whole process. I didn't skip the states, even knowing they were useless. So it's.
All right.
Plus, I had a witness die. It's like.
So what is this woman doing now? It's been 3 years.
She's basically in Section 8 housing somewhere, living off the state.
So she's in Section 8 housing. Okay. Does she have any kids?
One that I don't even know if she has custody of.
Oh, you don't know if she has custody? She's not working, right? She's a drug addict, right?
No, she's never been able to hold a job for more than a few months, and it's just been a drain on society. ODs at least 4 times a year.
Well, you could get lucky, and she could do it again, and then you won't have anyone.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but apparently that's not the case. Unfortunately, one of my witnesses died of COVID. It was either COVID or overdose. I don't know. But,
okay. Holy crap.
But it's like, it's not like, this person is basically, her entire life, it's just been one case of, domestic violence, chaos, with their family, with friends, with everybody.
Yeah.
And, they give her all the credibility, and even with the evidence doesn't support it. Hell, even the judge at my prelim thought she was lying.
Wow.
Like that's why I'm not even worried about the transcripts being written, because they end with the judge basically saying, like, your demeanor has done a complete 180 from what you were doing with the prosecutor. You're not answering the questions properly.
All right. That could be that piece of information right there, along with the direct fucking complaint about the judge you have, could go a long way to making this thing fucking speed up for you. All right. Now, granted, they're going to tell you it's not wise to piss off the judge. All right, I'm telling you right now, that judge is already lividly pissed at you because you've drugged this out this long. So, ay. All right. So, does she have a driver's license?
Not that I know of. Okay. I mean, who knows? I know she's not really even an American citizen. She came over from Poland in the early 80s. Never bothered to get her citizenship.
But does she have a green card?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
When we were together, she kept losing it like every year.
I got you.
Fuck it.
Man, you are. I mean, man, this is fucked up. You're probably not going to get to the bottom of this for like another year and a half or so.
No, I already know they aren't going to be taking me to trial in October, because I got no prosecutor, so it's like. What I don't get is why I can't get my restrictions lifted, because they don't have somebody. I mean, in a lawsuit, filing 2 lawsuits, if I don't show up, it gets tossed or it gets ruled against you. But I don't understand that aspect of it either. But
wow.
Everything here is crazy, and it's like when I was in there too, like last fall, about over 2 years in, there was this big news story about Danny Fenster here in Detroit. And we were watching it behind bars, and they're going on and on about how Myanmar doesn't have due process rights and all these, free speech, rules that we have here in America. But meanwhile, I'm sitting there in jail with a bunch of guys who have been waiting 2.5, 3 years to go to trial because they aren't taking anybody.
Yep.
And these guys are talking about criticizing some other country that took this guy to trial in 6 months.
I got you.
And they just don't care here. It's crazy.
And I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of these cities that are blue have the same fucking problem. I mean, it could be to varying degrees, but like for instance, I had a buddy of mine got out of the Army from Fort Benning, went out to Arkansas, was hanging out there with a girl. Things were going south. He was working at some kind of factory, bought a car from this girl, had the title in his hand, drove it back to Michigan. He got picked up a year later for grand theft auto because he had the car, but he also had the title. He gets arrested. They extradite him. He's in Arkansas jail for like 6 months. Never even went before a judge. I mean, just kept him in there. And I had to write some letters on his behalf, and then he miraculously sent him home like 3 or 4 days later. And I'm pretty sure he had to take some type of deal. But in your case, with the amount of damage they've done to you, you take no deal. You sue the fucking shit out of them in federal goddamn court.
Oh, that is not even a question.
Yeah. Fuck this. And I don't want to hear, any stories later on that you were found dead in your cell or you committed suicide. All right. All right. Because when this is Wayne County, and if they're looking at $150 million in damages, you better get the fuck out of the city, out of the county.
Oh yeah, dude. I might even be leaving the country for a while while that happens. So.
Well, if you're in federal court, don't leave the country, but just leave the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what did you do for a living prior to this?
I was an electrical engineer for Hyundai Mobis. I was designing an electric park brake for the GMC Yukon, doing advanced work. I have advanced degree. I have a business degree from the University of Chicago.
All right, so you're not a schlep rock.
I'm an engineer. No, I mean I was making well into the 6 figures.
All right. But now you're broke.
Yeah, and I don't really have, other than that one thing with the cop that happened just a few years ago, I really don't have any criminal record beyond that. I don't, I've never hit a woman in my life.
I gotcha.
It's like I couldn't even understand, like, she was assaulting me over nothing. It made no sense.
I gotcha.
She would be getting mad over absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, she accused me. She watched Passion of the Christ and accused me of killing Jesus. She blamed me for killing her father and her brother who've been dead for 10 years. I mean, it was just crazy bullshit.
So this sounds like delusional behavior. Do you have any of this on tape?
No, I don't have any of that on tape. I do have the only thing I really had on tape was that rolling around on the ground thing after she threatened to throw herself down the stairs. And the thing is, like, I only started taping this shit like after this has been going on for like a little while. It's not like I don't regularly take videos or TikTok stuff. It was just like,
I got you.
This was going on all the damn time, and
yeah, dude. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not usually the guy to tell you I told you so, because I didn't know you back then. What I can say is, and this should be a shining example to everyone out there, I did a comedy video called Red Flags. And if you are with a woman and she shows any of those red flags, you need to get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And a lot of these women realize that the system is so stacked against men, they can do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't have to worry about it.
Well, here's the thing. Once the thing in Westland happened, when I moved there and the cops took her side for once, because Plymouth police knew she was crazy.
Yeah.
She had realized all that threatening to murder me, threatening to hit me, all that stuff really didn't bother me all that much or didn't really get under my skin. But the whole threatening to take me to jail really was, because that to me, that's a lot more serious. So that's when she switched over from doing that shit to threatening to lie to the police about me, to make up shit. And one of the reasons, like the cell phone that all that video was on, if I recover it, there is footage of in there of her threatening to lie about rape. But
where is that footage at?
The police, for some reason, went through my house after they arrested me and hunted on my cell phone and took it into evidence. And for no apparent reason, it has nothing to do with the crimes I'm accused of.
Okay.
I wasn't even aware about it for a while, but like none of my attorneys have really been able to get access to it. They've said every time they've asked, they've gotten a dump with no files on it, and they're told there's nothing on it.
Okay. Well, they might have deleted all that shit.
Yep. And I think that's true too.
Yep. Yep. And that's actually another thing that happens all the time when in Wayne County, and they do it here a little bit in Macomb County. And I've heard of similar things in Oakland, but it's not as prevalent. But yeah, if you get picked up outside your house, they come and arrest your ass and do fucked up shit and then search all your stuff, and yeah, it's a royal clusterfuck. All right, I'm just going through some of these other. I'm just seeing. All right. So hang on, stand by. This is Can you guys see the picture and you guys have sound? All right, I see some super chats here. I'm going to get to those after the hour. I'm just trying to figure this out. Yeah. Ooh. All right, so they have a cell phone that they took from you, and they won't even give you access to the phone?
No.
Well, if there's nothing on the phone, then why the fuck are they keeping it?
I have no idea. And I've also asked my attorneys to file motions to get it back for me.
And have they done that?
I've asked every one of them, the court appointments and my current ones.
And they won't do it?
Nope.
Dude. And
that's what's really been bothering me since I discovered this, is that they don't seem to care about any of this shit. And this is a major thing. I mean, it's called a Brady violation. And this is something that can overthrow a conviction, and it's like they aren't pushing it.
And
I
here,
don't get it.
This is another story. I talked to a guy in Wayne County, very similar to you, and this was in 9 years ago. It was before I went to New York, and he married this woman who had a kid, and he was the stepdaddy. All right. And then within like 2.5, 3 years, he comes back and he gets arrested for molestation. Okay. And they did the same thing to him that they're doing to you right now. Okay. And this woman had done the same thing to a man like 3 years prior to this, to that. So this woman has a history of these complaints on her kid. All right. He took a plea. He went up for 3 years. He's dead now. They killed him in prison for being a chomo.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you can't. This is a life and death for you, bro. You cannot take a deal. You just can't.
Oh, wait, Popp, you don't even have to remind me of that one. I have not. I have no intention of ever taking a plea on this, no matter what.
Yeah, and not to
they
mention,
could offer me time served, and I don't care.
See, this is it. All right, they're gonna keep. They're gonna like drag this along for a while. They're gonna keep dangling that carrot. Oh, if you just plead to this, it'll go away. It'll go away. And I mean, it's horseshit. It's literally, this is malicious prosecution, in my opinion.
That's right.
Yep.
But yeah, after everything they put me through so far, There's nothing right now they could fucking do.
Yeah, I'd be like, listen,
they can keep doing this forever. It's like,
I know. You literally just say, I want fucking $2 million for a tooth I lost in fucking in your fucking jail. That's what, $8 million right there.
oh, believe me, I've already calculated up everything. I was a University of Chicago graduate. That's $200,000 a year for the rest of my life, plus another $100,000 for health insurance and dental insurance.
Yep.
Into annuity, and then the teeth thing, pain and suffering.
Yep. Yep. I mean, have you talked to any federal attorneys?
I've been told so far that I can't do anything on this until after the matter is resolved.
Who's telling you this?
No, this is actually, I've researched this. This is actually the case law. You can't actually file a lawsuit if it's still ongoing.
No,
once it's over.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a difficult one to do in general because normally you're not allowed to sue judges.
You can sue the county.
And yeah, in this case, it's a policy decision that was made by the judges. And as official policy makers for Wayne County, county liability attaches under Monell. So
there you go. You can go after.
I mean, the only reading material they let you have in there is case law from the law library every week. So there's literally nothing to do in there with study law. And I went to a grad school where it's like this law shit is like a piece of fucking cake compared to the shit I had to do there.
Well, I mean, you're a fucking electrical engineer. You're probably walking around with a minimum of 128 IQ. You're not an idiot. I could tell that by speaking.
Well, also the University of Chicago thing. It's like it's a rough school to get through.
I got you.
But they all treat you like you're kind of an idiot when you talk to these lawyers sometimes too, and often they just throw jargon at you to try to
get you to shut up. I got you.
Yeah, it was funny this response I made to this guy on this federal habeas course, and he's like, he knew nothing about the cases he was quoting, and it's almost like I was rating the paper on the sucker. And it felt great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't want you to lose hope. All right, because that's what's killing the men today. All right? I do not want to see that happen. So, I mean,
on the inside, I discovered Stoicism in Marcus Aurelius Seneca, and that's really kind of helped with everything.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm a big proponent of Stoicism. So that's absolutely correct. You let everyone else fucking freak out. You remain calm and centered, and that way you can maneuver and adjust to the insanity they try to put before you. All right. Hey,
it's still hard at times, but
stand by. All right, I got 646 people on YouTube. I only have 442 likes. Is this an old 78 Oldsmobile with a 351? Or are you guys going to give me 647 likes on this? Because let me tell you, this is a unique. Well, it's not a unique story, but I'm trying to put this out there to save even more people's lives, because this is what awaits you in the legal system when you deal with women. Period. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. Shit, where were we now? Yeah, I guess now I'm just waiting. I'm trying to get in there to get my restrictions lifted so I can go out and work and not be bumming around and actually do shit. But nobody seems to know when that's going to be either. So
wow. Holy shit. All right, man. So what is your future game plan?
I've been working on a novel in prison and in jail, and on the outside. I think that's ultimately the best way to kind of get back at these people. The people in power, just to tell the truth, to try to.
And you know what? Put their names in there.
What?
When you write your novel.
Yep.
All right. Now, so typically novels are fiction.
Yep.
All right. So don't do a work of fiction. Speak the truth.
Oh, it's not work fiction.
Yeah, I know.
Because I could not make up shit crazier than what's actually happened in these last 3 years.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. But man, 3 years. Wow. And there's a bunch of other, there's like 120 other guys still sitting in the
Yep.
in the tank.
Yeah, only one only one news group is actually even reporting on this.
Who's reporting on it?
Radio or something.
All right. So you have a media blackout.
Yeah, it's my knowledge they still haven't even resumed trials
On your case. They haven't resumed any. Wow. Well, I bet you sooner or later they're going to have to shit or get off the pot, especially if you keep, being the squeaky wheel. Chances are you're going to go back to the clink for a while. They're going to try to scare you some more. And like one of the reasons I think they probably let you out on a tether is they know they don't have a case, and they don't know what to do with you.
And I think that when it got picked up in the feds, the timing is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they figured if they let me out, it would look like, they had done something to resolve the issue or something.
Yeah.
Which
they
didn't. So.
Yeah, no, they didn't. You need a change of venue.
And I already fought that one, that argument. They tried to make it.
What?
That I've been released from custody and therefore I'm not subject to habeas. And the fact of the matter is, I'm still in custody of the Wayne County Sheriff's Department.
That's horseshit.
Yep.
Do they even know what they're fucking doing?
But this is what you're dealing with, man. These people are incompetent at every fucking level. That's why I'm saying it was like grading an attorney's paper. I mean,
wow. Yeah, that is amazing. They're that incompetent, huh? They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh, they're arrogant. They're cocky. They're just fucking. They don't.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Listen, just take a deep breath, relax. I got you. On a positive note, when you get done with this, and if it's a favorable outcome, maybe you should get your law license and start fucking these people up.
Oh no, fuck no, man. When I was looking to become a lawyer, fucking my friend said, "Fuck that shit. Go to business school, make more money." Fucking
okay.
But hey,
I got you. All right, so let me do this for you. Hang on. I am going to try to see if we can get to a source here. Okay, and I want to play a video for you guys. And this one is almost 6 minutes long, and it's a video I made from 2009. All right, now I want you to stay on the line after this is all said and done, and we'll take it from there. All right, so just stand by. This is my first time using this equipment, so if I fuck it up, I'm a motherfucking fucking fuck. Okay? All right, I'll be right back. I remember the letter I got from my wife while I was in Iraq. She said she wasn't happy.
Others came home to a hero's welcome. I came home to the echo of an empty house.
I lived with my children for 8 years.
I raised them when my wife worked.
I fought for joint custody.
I was called a murderer and an assassin in front of a judge.
Why should I miss out on raising my children just because she isn't happy?
I make $45,000 a year. She makes $40,000.
After taxes, child support, child care, health care, I have $18,000 a year left to live on.
I followed the rules. I went to the so-called friend of the court for some relief.
They just said, it's the law.
Then I got laid off from work. I went there again. 4 times. Showed them the paperwork. And each time they told me I was in skilled trades and it should be easy for me to find a job.
I guess they don't live in the real world. I had to pay the child support with my 401k.
10 years I saved for my retirement. She got half, and the rest got spent to keep me out of jail.
Then the money ran out. She's not happy, so now I live in poverty.
The court has no problem slapping me in jail when I can't pay my child support, but she hasn't let me see my kids for a year, and when I go in front of a judge 6 times, all she gets are warnings.
She's not happy, so now I can't see my children.
Because she's not happy. I'm a felon.
Because she is not happy, now I must go to prison.
I got called up to go to war for my country.
I got sent 7,000 miles away to bring freedom to those oppressed.
Now my country has stripped me of my children.
Now my country has forced me into poverty and servitude.
Now my country has turned me into a criminal and has doomed me to prison.
All because she was not happy.
I don't deserve this.
All right. What'd you think of that one?
I was impressed, and I know it's true, man. I've had too many friends in the forces just, treated the same way.
Yeah. Oh, the thing is what all right. There is a sickness that is existing within the legal system of this country. All right. The way it was set up to run is not how it's being executed today. And they started violating people's rights in regards to divorce, like in the late 70s. And by the time they were in the mid 80s, it was in full swing. And it just got worse and fucking worse and fucking worse until it overflowed from divorce court into the regular courts. And that's where our guest is right now. All right. Now I'm going to I'm going to talk to him for a few more minutes, and then we're going to move in, and I'm going to talk about something else. Okay? Is there anything else you got to say, bro?
Well, it's like fucking with this stigma and shit. You know, I'm riding a over 3 year dry spell. It's like fucking, and other thing that's been bothering me is like, how in the future, if I want to get laid even, how the hell do you even do that with this type of stigma hanging over your head? It's like you're,
all right.
fucks your head forever, I guess. I don't know.
Well, guess what? You're here because your penis did the thinking.
Yeah.
When you were going out with a crazy woman who had a drug problem. All right, so you're going to have to bear some responsibility for the hot water you're in, but not all the responsibility.
Yep.
Your responsibility goes up to and ends at I was a dumbass.
Yep.
Okay? And I'm not insulting you.
No, I'm well aware of that.
If you watched my videos, 80% of the stuff I talk about, all the fucked up craziness and mistakes, I did it my fucking self. All right? And I almost paid the ultimate price. You know, I've already lost my kids. I mean, they're gone. But
a lot of people warned me. I ignored them. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And
I know it's my fault. A lot of it. I know what you're saying is exactly true. I'm already aware of that.
Yeah. So I don't want to piss you off. I'm just telling you the truth.
No, you aren't.
I'm just, I don't know, man. This whole thing is just beyond me how fucked up this is. And the thing is I know this isn't an isolated incident. I know this is happening all over the fucking country.
I honestly believe she's done this before, and I just don't have the proof.
Really?
There was a lead, but it was very kind of faint and couldn't.
So you think she's done this before?
Yes.
All right. So somebody was actually thrown in jail. Do you know who this person is?
No, not thrown in jail, I believe, but she's threatened to accuse somebody of rape to get what she wanted, and
you can't get a statement from that person, or
well, we've been trying to locate him, but no luck.
Well, send me an email who the guy is. Maybe I could track him down. I have ways.
All right.
All right. So I want to thank you for calling into the show. And, man, it's one hell of a story. All right.
Man, I want to thank you, too, for actually taking the time to bring me on and for providing such great insights.
Look, man, one, I'm not doing this for the money. Okay, I'm doing this because
the thing is, nobody else has seemed to care. That's what I meant.
I got you. Well, I'm a former first sergeant, so I literally had to care about my men up and to the point of risking my own life for them in career, which I did many times. And to be honest, I just can't turn that off. And I always, when I hear fucked up shit, I just can't be quiet. I can't lie about it, and I can't look the other way. And listen, and it has cost me a lot myself. I mean, that American dream, the house, the picket fence, the kids, gone. I was literally made homeless by the system that I fought for decades to defend. All right, granted, I was able to retire, and I do have a pension that hopefully if the country doesn't go bankrupt, I'll be able to live for the rest of my life. But if they don't, well, I have to Green Beret that and figure it out. All right?
All
right, so I'll talk to you later. And send me an email, and I'll keep in contact you via phone. All right, bro?
Sure thing.
All right, man. You take it easy.
You too.
All right. Bye. All right. So what do you guys think of all that, man? That is absolutely crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get to some super chats here. All right, hang on. This is the super chats on YouTube. Okay, Michael Simmons, happy Wamuth Day. Okay, Red Pill Rhino. Do not take the deal. Trust me, do not do it. They will use every scare tactic they can. Do not back down. Just trust me on this. All right? And I do. Thumper, sweaty fat guy. Let's see. $10 super chat. Thank you. I don't know the soundboard. I'd give you the sound effects, so I'm sorry. Let's see. I looked up all the rules of professional conduct in Nebraska, emailed a lawyer who took my money and wasted it, detailing how she failed me. Her boss contacted me. I had a huge suit against them. Good. All right. This is Dung is Fun. Remember, everything that you own, you paid for with money. Okay. In a time, so therefore, yeah, you'll pay with your life. Okay. Another one from Red Pill Rhino. Also, I want you to know you're not alone. A lot of us have been burned by the system. And I personally know that you're going through, man. It's rough. Yep. And then cross stuff, no comment, just $5. Thank you very much. All right, let's see if I can find Rumble Rants. You guys are fucking crazy with this shit. Okay, hang on. How can I get back up there? All right. Let's see if I can get up there. I can't get to the Rumble Rants, so let's see what I can do. All right. Odyssey. What do I have here in the comments? I got to get up to speed on this. I'm sorry. All right. So Maverick 7508. Good, even you pock-ridden riggers. I dropped an email in the Redonkulas 12 with some material for Blake and a funny screenshot for a game I play. Hortide tried to hit me on. Okay. And then we got Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell. Check your email. Okay, I will. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's go back to the sources. All right. All right, hang on. Okay, where's the other one here? Injustice for all. All right. All right, so playing kids that aren't your... All right, this one is another one from Wayne County.
Wild and unbelievable stories here in Detroit.
This is one of them.
This is one of them. Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today, he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get assistance.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work. My money is being threatened to be taken.
Carnell isn't just worried about how this is impacting him. He says the law needs to be changed. So when this happens, as it often does, other men don't become dad by default.
We can be defaulted into being a father of a child that is not ours. I don't understand that law, but it is a law in place.
In Detroit, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Yeah, you would think that mother would have to pay that money back instead of him, who's not the father's child.
Yeah, you would think, right? Let's see.
Now to at 10, News Channel 3
Hang
getting
on a
to the
minute.
bottom of a burning question.
All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what we got here. So this is not the only time that this is happening. Okay. That was in Wayne County as well. All right. So we just had a guest on here who's literally been in the system for 3 years, doesn't even have a prosecutor, and none of the attorneys that he's had dare do the right thing for him because they don't want to piss off the fucking crazy, fucked up, corrupt judge. Period. All right. That's not going to work for me. All right, hang on. Let's get to the next one here. All right, now he's not the only one. I mean, that is just I put that one on here because of what we're having here. Now, this is another one from another case in another state, though. Okay, hang on. Deadbeat jail. There's more false out. Let's do this one. Lost house and license for money. Still went to jail. All right, you're going to love this one. All right, so this guy, just listen to it. It's only 3 minutes.
The house, I paid $235,000 to purchase, and you have the documentation to show that in Exhibit B. And I paid $230,000 to build it. That's $465,000. You had it signed over on my behalf, so I'm under the impression that I'm paid. If I'm not, then that's news to me.
That you're paid for child support?
Yes, sir, that would exceed all child support. $1,500 a month, as Attorney Casa stated. $1,500 a month times 12 is whatever that works out to be.
Right.
A lot.
If that
times 10 years before my daughter turns 18 would be less than
if that position is not correct, sir.
How much?
$34,436.
I have no possible way to pay that. I have no checking account. They've closed them. I went to the bank yesterday. Account number 6901 has a negative $21.94 balance. They closed it on July 9th. And the 6902 account had 13 cents in it, and they closed that on August 1st of 2012.
Right, Mr. Kennick, I'm going to commit you to the House of Corrections in lieu of $4,500 cash bail. If the cash bail is paid, then that would be set over towards the arrearage due for the child support. If the $4,500 cash bail is not paid, you would be held, and I will schedule a further hearing, a further show cause hearing in this matter in 30 days. If you are still...
What would a show cause hearing do? How would I possibly be able to pay them? Do you pay me in jail?
Sir, if you are incarcerated, I will have another show cause hearing in 30 days to review the incarceration. Sir, if you want to address the court, you have to stand, please. Thank you.
If you throw me in jail, how would I possibly... What's the show cause hearing going to say? Did you tell me in jail that I haven't paid? Because how am I supposed to pay when I'm in jail?
We will address the next show cause hearing at the next show cause hearing, sir. Right? If you are in custody, the court officers will direct you.
Okay. All right, so hang on a minute. Yeah. So what do you think? All right. What I just played there is an individual who got divorced, paid $250,000 to have a house built. The court stepped in, signed the house over to his soon-to-be ex-wife. And on top of that, they wanted to pay $1,500 a month, which you can't pay. So now he's going to go to jail for 30 fucking days. And then they're going to have a show cause after 30 days. He's going to go right back to jail. All right. Are you guys familiar with indentured servitude? It is specifically it's spoken about in the Constitution of the United States. It is not to be done. Okay. Now, okay. That indentured servitude right there. On top of that, it's highway robbery. This is all over. I'm not happy. 3 fucking words. 3 motherfucking words. And this guy's life is fucking ruined. Can you tell me what do you think is going to happen to you? Do you think, oh, I'm going to find her. She loves me. It's going to be great. She's different. If you think that, you're out of your goddamn motherfucking mind. All right, hang on. I got more. You sons of bitches. Let's go to sources here. All right. I'm going to close that one out. And let's see if we can find one. Let's see. All right. Hang on. There's one more in here. All right. Now, this particular one, this is a male police chief. And they made accusations against him. Stand by.
Bellevue Police Chief Steve Milet is speaking publicly now for the first time since he was falsely accused of sexual assault.
Milet was reinstated to his job this week after a 3-month investigation by Bothell Police cleared him of any wrongdoing. King 5's Alyssa Hahn joins us live from the newsroom with what he had to say today. Alyssa.
Lori and Mark, Chief Milet became emotional at a press conference today, having been exonerated of the sexual assault accusation. He said that the whole ordeal has given him new perspective and will actually make him a better chief.
I cannot express my gratitude enough for everyone who offered prayers and expressions of support for my family and I during the past 3 months. I thank each and every one of you.
Hard to imagine what Chief Steve Milet endured these last 3 months under heavy public scrutiny and a rape investigation.
There was a lot of things that my wife and I discussed and dealt with, and the what ifs and everything else. And there was fear, there was anxiety, culminating with tremendous relief and gratitude that the members of the Bothell Police Department did such an exceptional job rooting out the truth.
This week, Bothell Police released a 56-page report exonerating Milet of sexual assault. They say a 44-year-old woman came up with an emailed story that the two of them met online through a sex networking website. She even faked emails and forensic evidence.
The emails that she submitted to us after we did the forensics analysis are completely doctored.
I think the process of the claims that were made against me worked, and I think another process will take place, and I'm confident that the right decisions will be made.
Prosecutors declined to file charges when the same woman accused another Bellevue detective of rape. They dismissed multiple charges against another officer, John Kivlin, after evidence the woman provided didn't hold up. Both men admit to having relationships with her. Both resigned from the department. In Milet's case, investigators found no sign he had ever met the accuser. He said the ordeal taught him compassion.
I have a deeper appreciation of what it means to be falsely accused. I also have a deeper appreciation of what it's like to be on administrative leave. And I think it will make me a better chief and a better human being.
Bothell Police
Okay. All right. I just want to say this to that so-called police chief. Fuck you. Now, I'm sorry you had false accusations. I got it. But you were literally the chief of a police department that white knights for these ladies who lie on a regular fucking basis and ruin people's fucking lives. And they don't have to worry about shit because they can't be sued, or it's very difficult to sue them and nobody fucking believes the dude. All right. So how about this? How about you be the change for the world and put your fucking boot on the neck of your officers, educate them that this shit happens on the regular, and then maybe I will give you a sliver of sympathy. But until then, you can find that word in the dictionary between shit and civilist. Fuck you. All right. Oh, God, this is getting me so spun up. Man, I wish. God damn it. Ah! All right. Sorry. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Wow. Let's see what else we got here. We got a few more super chats here. Hang on. Let's see. This is from I Sell Cat Litter. The time is running out for the corrupt. It is. Okay, and then I have Wrecker74. Please check the Redonkulas 12 email, bottoms up. Thank you. This particular subject here that we're talking about, it's now gotten completely out of motherfucking hand. This next one, and this is going to be moving over to that. Now, we just heard from a guy who is just a regular middle-class Joe. He's been in jail in the system for over 3 years, and they want him to prove he's innocent when the whole system, they have to prove his guilt. All right. Now, just hear me out here. So now, this corruption that's, for the most part, in my opinion, became blatant in family court. Then it spilled over into the criminal courts. And then the people in charge said, oh, wow, we can get away with this. Nobody's going to do anything to us. It's all good. Now it's in the government. And we just had the former president of the United States, President Trump, have his house flipped by the FBI. They broke into his safe. Okay. We are quite literally the banana republic right now. Let's see if I can find these links here. Let's see. All right. Justice for all. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Let's go to sources. Bear with me. All right. Now, this is an article, Characteristics of a Banana Republic. All right. And this is themoneyillusion.com, but I've seen this before. This is just one place where I found it, so stand by. Number 1, actual fake news in the media and false accusations of fake news by politicians and weird conspiracy theories. Number 2, the cult of the man on horseback who rides into the Capitol to rid it of corruption. We're not there yet, but I think those are going to be coming. Highly corrupt governments, especially governments elected on anti-corruption platforms. Packing the Supreme Court with loyalists. All right, there's been all kinds of talk about the Democrats want to put 2 more people in the Supreme Court. There you go. All right, number 6, corrupt police and violent vigilantes. We've had that, been going on for 18 months now? Almost, 2 years, something like that. Let's see, a strong president and subservient Congress. Okay, we're not quite there yet. I got it. No trust in election fairness. All right. I don't know where we've seen that before. Presidents blame foreigners or domestic for economic problems. Russia. That's been going on for, 5 years now. Schools that teach propaganda. Wow! Homeschool your people. President's family members becoming important policymakers. Did you hear that, Mike Obama and Hillary? Listen, just because you are the live-in massager for the genitals of the president doesn't give you the authority to command anyone or make fucking policy. Period. See, government spend money like there's no tomorrow. The national debt soars. High inflation. We are there. New governments routinely prosecute members of the previous administration. Wow. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, Trump is a dictator. Did he really go after anyone? I mean, the Democrats, they just tossed his fucking house. Okay. Unwritten rules and norms of civic culture erode away. Politics becomes the law of the jungle. All right. Presidents demand loyalty from other government officials, including law enforcement. That is how you make the brown shirts in 2022. And that's what we just saw take place at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. The alphabet agencies have effectively been converted to the brown shirts that were making all of these problems towards the beginning of Germany's, rise to eventually become a world power that was involved in World War II. I know you young guys out there didn't hear that because you didn't learn it in school. Got it. But you have a goddamn cell phone, and if you don't know that, you're fucking lazy, and it's on you. All right. Let's see. Stated economic policies that favor cronies of the president. Didn't we just pass this $750 billion inflation fighting bullshit? Yeah. I wonder what's going on here. Okay, and then voters focus on personalities, not politics. I always focus on politics. I don't give a shit about personalities. And I said this about Trump. I don't give a shit if he sticks his dick out a hole of the screen door behind the White House and there's women lined up all the way around the block to suck it. Don't care. Unemployment was record low. Our economy was turning around for the first time in fucking decades. The guy has 3 or 4 sheets of accomplishments that were done just in the 4 years he was here. Just let that bounce around back there. The government manipulates economic data to look good. Didn't they just rewrite a definition? Huh? Well, I know they rewrote all kinds of definitions. But this one is about recession and depression. They listen, we are fucking there. I mean, this is on like fucking Donkey Kong, man. All right. Let's see what we got here in some of the comments. Gentlemen, got to bear with me. All right. So, let me know how I'm doing on this show. If you enjoyed the content, if this is actually something you're interested in here. Because I'm really trying to save people's lives here. And the best way to do it is just be completely fucking vicious about it. All right, so we're coming up on the end here. I'm going to go through a couple more super chats, but I want to make another announcement. I did it at the beginning, but a lot of people probably weren't here. I'm taking Thursday off. I'll be back on Sunday doing a supporter stream. And if you don't know this, I cover a lot of upcoming subjects, and I put it before the supporters and get their input. And I'm going to be working on, it's a pop culture comedy lecture called Sell Me Marriage. Go ahead, I dare you. And in this video, I'm going through all of like the talking points the women and feminists have about how you should say marriage. And I'm going to go through them all, and I'm going to rip them to shreds. And then I'm going to go over the cons of getting married, and I'm going to go through in vicious, minute, goddamn detail what lies in wait for you if you should be stupid enough to get married in this climate in the Western world, especially with the laws that are on the books, the massive corruption, and the attitude of said people in these areas of power. They just don't give a fuck. You're going to get fucked. And it's not going to be on your honeymoon. You might have to get a stitch or two. Just saying. All right, let's see what we got here in the comments. Let's see. All right, I don't see any more on YouTube. Listen, I apologize if I can't get to everyone's comments here. I'm doing the best I can. But let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see, JPPW, Popp, you are my favorite spun up motherfucker. Tech-tard Popp is just like Disney on ice during Xmas season. Oh, you guys are vicious, man. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Forget progress. Forget process. Go scorched earth. Insult the earth on her and okay, that's a bad one. But it is what it is. It's true. Listen, and I know a lot of you are emotionally charged right now, and I'm not trying to like make you mad or anything like that. That's not my thing. I'm just trying to educate you to not make these mistakes, because it quite literally could end your life. Quite literally. Let's see. We got Arrow Shogun. A theory about the government will use the IRS to take our guns. Yep. 87,000 new agents. That is ridiculous. Wow. Let's see. We got another one from Ballistic Zero. So she did this so she can stay in the U.S., seen similar situations with soldiers. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you a couple stories here, and we're going to call it a day. We've been going now for about an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. All right. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a retired U.S. Army. The highest rank I had was a first sergeant, and I stepped on my dick in 2004 when my National Guard unit was mobilized, and I caused a shitstorm that went all the way up to the Pentagon and made it into the media. And they flat out just said, you're never going to get promoted. Fine. In my opinion, most sergeant majors, unless they're infantry or in a combat job, are worthless anyway. I don't want to like offend any sergeant majors out there who might watch this, but for the most part, I've come across sergeant majors from all the other branches or jobs, in the U.S. Army, and the sergeant majors who came from an infantry background were the best, hands down. I've had to deal with sergeant majors who were intel. I had one that worked ground surveillance radar. That was his feeder, MOS. A lot of clerk typists, 42 alphas, a couple 88 mics. And when they get to a certain level, they give you like that, the Zulu identifier. I mean, you're a sergeant major and they can put you anywhere in the Army. It's a bunch of shit. Okay. Anyway, we've covered the banana republics. All right, let's just make sure we got anything else going on here. All right. All right. Let's see what we get here. Now the Rumble rants. I'm trying to get to your Rumbles, and I just can't seem to do it. Yeah, I don't know how to get up there. All right, gentlemen. We are 1 hour and 44 minutes into this. Do you guys have any questions of me? All right. Yeah, I told this. Yeah, you're right. I was going to tell you a couple stories. Okay, you're right. I forgot. Okay, while I was on active duty, I had a few situations where I had soldiers who were going through nasty fucking divorces. All right, now, this particular case, this individual married this woman. They were married for 3.5 years. And then he had to divorce her because she was an alcoholic, and she quite literally would spend his paycheck before he fucking got it. It was very common for his account to be overdrafted $150 just before payday. And he got rid of her. Guess what? The divorce kicks off. Allegations come to light. Then she calls our chain of command, informs them that of these allegations against this soldier. And the chain of command freaks out. All right. Now, these are just allegations. And they wanted me to sanction this soldier and negatively counsel him and run him up the flagpole. And I literally had to tell the battalion commander, I'm like, sir, what you're doing here, if this gets out of hand, you're going to lose your fucking career over this, because you are acting beyond your command limits. It's called undue command influence. All right, listen, there are regs for virtually everything in the military. Virtually everything. The regulations state while you're going through a divorce, the soon-to-be ex-wife gets a portion of your BAH, and that's it. And they were literally trying to get this guy to sign over his entire paycheck and move this guy into the barracks. I said, absolutely not. Not doing that. All right. Now, if you want to bring him into the barracks because you don't want any craziness to happen, I'll get behind that. All right. But we're not waylaying a guy because his fucking crazy ex-wife. So I personally got in the greens. I went to the fucking court. Listened to the entire fucking thing. I even got the transcripts to bring back to that battalion commander. And the judge, thankfully for this soldier, had common sense. It was very similar to what happened to me. Except in my case, it was no molestation or anything like that. They brought up the suspicion that I'm dangerous because I'm a Green Beret, blah, blah, blah. But the judge in this case is like, good, okay, so you're accusing him of all of this crazy shit. How many times have the police been to your house? Crickets. Never. This was on-post housing. You can't even sneeze on-post housing without having MPs and SPs and defense contracted police at your fucking door in 5 minutes or less. Never happened. And then she changed her story 2 times. So I brought all this back to battalion commander and I said, listen, you're going to thank me because here's the transcripts. Now, going by what you initially wanted to go with when you were like going off half-cocked, you'd be done. Now you're not. So the battalion commander was pissed, and rightfully so. But he wasn't really mad at me. He was kind of mad at the fact that, he's still blue pill thinking. Now, back then, I didn't really know the difference. If it was the Popp of today, I'd be like, hey, whoa, I'd run him through the whole deal. But at the end of the day, she didn't even get any of his pension because they weren't married long enough. She got the boot. I put in the paperwork for him to get a compassionate reassignment, which means, a rehabilitative assignment, where they move him to a different battalion under a new chain of command because of what happened could cloud and fuck him up. All right, so he went to a new command. 6 months later, he got promoted to E6. And last time I heard from the guy, he retired from the Army in like 2008. He did like 4 tours. And yes, he retired as Sergeant Major. But my thing is this. When you look at people, and you have to make snap judgments, try to have a little compassion in your heart because you don't know exactly both sides of the story. Don't jump to conclusions. Give people the benefit of the fucking doubt. Because to do anything less is nothing but a huge disservice to all of humanity. All right, let me go through some comments here and then we'll wrap it up, shall we? Let's see. Wow, we've kept 660 people on YouTube all the way through. I got 767 likes. That's awesome. All right. You guys like that? I'm just trying to do the best I can, gentlemen. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. Just going through here. This is from WMH Harrison 94. Hi, Popp and Blake. Are you intentionally making your MGTOW live streams private? If so, why? I also, how do you join a private stream? If paying, if required, why are you doing it here? All right. Well, typically like when I do the supporter streams, the announcements come out on locals, Subscribe Star, MGTOW TV, and I believe that's it. Now, typically, when I do a supporter stream, I'll have anywhere between 20 to 40 people. And those people really get to see what's going on. Now, if you think something isn't working out right for you or whatever, send me an email, redonkulas12@gmail.com, and I can look into it for you and see if we can't unfuck the whole situation for you. Okay? And I really appreciate your patronage. All right, let's go to Shadow Monk here. I think I skipped over one of his. Let's see. Before Friday, you got any pistol you don't want anymore that you can mail me in separate parts. I just need to get the hell out of Michigan. I'm going to run away. All right. Well, things happen. Let's see. Let's decide. All right, this one is from Life and Times of Shane T. Hansen. Okay, let's get a dedicated fundraiser or server. What is the rate of filling, plotting on a month-to-month basis? Go up in size 2 to 4 years worth of space from this. Define the price with, say, 6 months operating costs and run a dedicated fundraiser. Yep. Listen, if I had money, I would help this guy out, but I'm literally, I had to pull over and get $5 in gas because I'm fucking poor. I mean, when you look at my YouTube channel and the amount of views and saturation it has, I should probably be at a minimum after this much time at 500,000 subscribers. And I'm losing subs hand over fist. They demonetize pretty much everything. So I have to do what I have to do. It is what it is. The message is too important. Okay. Edmund 209, just saying hello and I enjoy your content. Thank you very much. Tango 0666. Let's see. Even the Catholic schools my kids went to are promoting gay, trans, weirdo stuff. No grandchildren yet. Thank God. Seems that when you have children, they are experiments for the government, and a parent cannot legally stop the government from teaching her kids evil shit. Yes, you can. Homeschool them. Homeschool them. Let's see what we got here. We got one here from Freedom First One. Thank you for your work. Let's see. Fish and chicks. The 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then paying in rubles. All right. Yeah, the Rumble rants are screwed, man. I can't even get to the comments. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got here in Odyssey. Okay. D-Live. Okay, we got all right. Can't really get to those either. All right. Let's see. We got this Twitch TV. How many people have watching on Twitch? 43. Okay, cool. All right, gentlemen. Let's see. We got the whispers. Okay. Sound is good. Like it. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right, gentlemen. I think we're going to call it a night here. Again, we're not doing a stream on Thursday. We'll have the supporter stream on Sunday. And if you want to be a supporter, you join Subscribe Stars, local or MGTOW TV, using ManoPay or foreverpay.net, and we should get you hooked up. All righty. Let's see what we got here. All right. Here's your safety briefing. All right, gentlemen, this show that I did tonight is, I hope it opened a lot of your eyes to the dangers that await you in the real world. Okay? But on top of that, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. If you have to fight, never go to the ground, because that's where the guy's buddies stomp you out. If you have to defend yourself with a weapon, shoot to kill, because it's always best if there's only one story. All right? And finally, if she is showing red flags, run away, because it's not going to take you anywhere good. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Crazy pussy is the best pussy. Those backflip monkey twists on your peg D are great until they're not. And then once the pussy wears out, what are you stuck with? Oh, that's right. Red flag waving lunatics that will ruin your motherfucking life. Kill your dog, kill your cats, try to burn down your fucking house, kill your car, smash your car, kill your grass, have the cops show up, make accusations, do whatever the fuck they want because they have all the power. Think about that. You guys take it easy.